Independence Day!
Huh?
No!
Hey everyone, welcome back, and welcome to my review for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie. The film once again stars Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, and Ving Rhames, as well as newcomers to the series Haley Atwell, Pom Klementieff, and Isai Morales. Dead Reckoning Part 1 follows Ethan Hunt's IMF team as they face their most dangerous threat to date in the form of a mysterious and seemingly unbeatable enemy. I just want to say before I review the movie itself that this series, I'm astonished by this series because there's very few blockbuster franchises where I can think that every single entry improves upon the last one. And that's what this franchise does. It's like, it's insane. Every movie is better than the last one. And when it comes to this one, I'm not sure if I want to say it's better than Fallout, but it's definitely as good. This movie is incredible, you guys. This has been talked about a lot, but I just want to add to the conversation and say that I really appreciate that Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie and everybody behind these movies is so committed to the theatrical exhibition experience, and it's so refreshing to see somebody fully embrace practical stunts and just making everybody have a reason to go to their local theater to see this on the biggest screen possible, because it feels like these days every year you get a little bit less and a little bit less in terms of like why you need to go see things in theaters. I mean, for me, I go because I want to see these things when they're new and because, I like the big screen regardless of what I'm seeing, but it does feel lately as though the effort is very low on a lot of studios' part. So Paramount and the entire crew behind Mission Impossible and last year's Top Gun Maverick, which was one of my favorite movies of last year, probably my favorite actually, they're to be commended for supporting theatrical exhibition in the way they do. And to that end, I do say please find the biggest screen possible to see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 on, because this movie, every single sequence just builds upon the last and raises the stakes constantly. This movie's 3 hours long almost. It's like 2 hours 46 minutes. It does not feel that length. The pacing is perfect in this movie. One thing I really appreciate about Christopher McQuarrie is that beyond him directing all the practical action so well, is that he understands that just because this is an action movie does not mean you can slack on the script. And the script here is it's not like going to like win any Oscars, but it's so purpose built for this kind of story. It has great characters. It has an intimidating villain, which I will not spoil because it's very of the times, and I don't think they've really given it away in the marketing, so I want to have everybody be surprised by that. But every action set piece is not there just to be like looking at Tom Cruise doing amazing stuff, which that's part of it, but it's also because you're invested in what's happening, and I feel like that's the bare minimum for one of these kinds of movies, but some movies seem to still forget that. But I mean, the thing that everybody's going to be talking about with this movie, as they have with others, is the stunts and the action sequences, and every single one in this movie is some of the best ever. And that's not hyperbole. I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. This is genuinely how I feel. There's a car chase in Venice, which is it's humorous, but it's also very tense at the same time. And you'll see what I mean when you watch the movie, but that was awesome. The whole theater at my screening was like laughing the whole time, and but also very just immersed in what's happening. And then there's also the next most obvious one is the big motorcycle jump that Tom Cruise does, that they've shown in all the marketing and all of the behind the scenes videos for this movie, and that truly is amazing, although it is lessened a little bit by the fact that we've seen seen most of it in all of the marketing pieces. But the thing that follows that stunt is this train sequence, and this possibly tops the Halo jump and the climax of Mission Impossible Fallout, which I didn't think could be done. I don't want to say any more than that, but I'll just say it's basically the entire last act of the movie is this train sequence, and it constantly just has you tense, and you are constantly guessing what's going to happen next, and it's just a spectacle to view. Amazing, excellent, top tier blockbuster filmmaking all around by everybody involved. Tom Cruise is a crazy man. I'm not going to really mention the story here just because I feel like the marketing hasn't really played that aspect up enough, and because of that I don't want to spoil it here. I'll just say that, like I said with the villain, it's very of the times. It's very interesting for an action plot because, you know, they filmed this during COVID, so it's a little weird that they kind of predicted how things over the next couple of years were going to be going in terms of certain things. But it adds to the tension throughout the film, and it's almost like Alfred Hitchcock sort of, you know, there's a bomb, the characters don't, but you know that something's going to happen. So that, to me, almost makes this the best story of the entire series, and I've really enjoyed a lot of them up until now, but, you know, a lot of them are just very simple. This is the bad guy, we gotta stop him, and that is what this is, like, on a surface level. But I do think there is a lot more depth to the script on this one than previous installments. One final thing I want to mention is Lorne Balfe. He is possibly the successor to Hans Zimmer in terms of just big epic movie scores, because, like, he did Mission Impossible Fallout as well, and he did I didn't really love Black Adam, but his score for Black Adam I thought was amazing. I really look forward to anything else that he's doing in the future because, again, the score here is actually it's just so epic and booming throughout the entire runtime. So I really enjoy Lorne Balfe's score. Okay, with that being said, I've been gushing about this movie. Please see it as soon as possible. Support theatrical movies. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. This has been a great year for blockbuster movies, in my opinion. You know, this could just be, you know, my excitement because of, you know, we didn't get very many theatrical big releases in the last couple of years due to COVID, but I genuinely think that 2023, as far as blockbuster movies at least, I'm not talking about the art house like scene, which is a different sort of realm for me. I think this has been a great year for it, and definitely go see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 when it officially opens next Monday. I'm planning to see it again next week. Maybe I'll do a spoiler review. I also am planning to do another catch-up video because I did see a couple movies over the last few weeks that I didn't do reviews on, like Transformers and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, so I would like to talk about those, so maybe look forward to a video next week for that. Yeah, go see Mission Impossible. Thanks, guys.